Good evening, friends. Today, I have some encouraging news. Well, it may seem discouraging, but be encouraged by this word. In Numbers 13, we need to see and understand what happened with the Israelites. And they had gone and sent the spies, and the spies came back and they gave an evil report. And Caleb said, no, we can go in and we can take possession of the land. And I'm going to come in 31 right after Caleb said what he said. It says, but the men that went up with him said, we are not able to go up against the people, for they are stronger than we are. And they brought up an evil report of the land which they had searched unto the children of Israel, saying, the land through which we have gone to search, it is a land that eats up the inhabitants thereof. And all the people that we saw in it are men of great stature. And there we saw the giants, the sons of Anak, which come of the giants. And we were in our own sight as grasshoppers in their eyes, and so were we in their sight. And it's important to understand this. When God promises us something, we shouldn't be surprised if there's giants in the way of it, okay? We shouldn't be surprised if God promises us something and we get inspired and we go to take possession of the land or of the promise, and we start the work to acquire whatever it is that God has promised us, and then we see, oh my gosh, this is impossible. You know what I mean? Like, this is not going to happen. There's all these giants in the way of this promise, and there's no way that I'm going to be able to get there. But we have to understand that it's not about us. It's not about what we can do. It's not about anything within ourselves. It's about what God promised. It's about what He's able to do. I mean, there's nothing that He can't do. It's always about what He promised and what He can do. That's why Caleb said, let us go up at once and possess this, for we are well able to overcome it, because of God, because of the Lord. But I just wanted to reiterate that fact today, that don't be surprised when there's giants in the way of what God's promised you. But be encouraged. Take the giants on, because the Lord will defeat them for you and enable you to overcome them. And it's almost like a principle that when we are doing something that the Lord has called us to do, it's going to seem impossible, because it's not about us. It's about something God's doing. It should be impossible. Whatever God's asking us to do, calling us to do, it's going to look impossible for us to do. But we have to go and do it in faith of the God who's calling us to do it for His own name's sake, because anything that He does is magnificent and wonderful and great. He can't do anything small. I mean, He does small things. Don't get me wrong. But when He works and when He promises and He wants and He desires glory, expect great things. Expect things that are beyond what you can imagine. Expect to come and see a land inhabited with nothing but giants and impossibilities that God Himself will overthrow as if it's nothing, because you put your trust in Him. So let's put our trust in Him today and inherit the promise. Amen.